Hello, everyone, and welcome. I'm Connie Douglas from Great Stamping with Connie. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Canada, and I would like to welcome you to the second night of my uh, Sale-a-Bration and Mini Catalog kickoff. So welcome. Thank you so much for stopping by, and if you are here, please say hello. Let me know that you are uh, with me here now live, or if you're watching the replay, say hello. Let me know that you've watch the replay. And as we go through, if you see any of your favorites or things that strike a chord, make sure you add them to your wish list. But let me know what they are, because if I know what people are enjoying, then I can show them more and do things with them. And if there's anything at all that you would like me to attempt to share with you, let me know that too. I'm always happy to do what I can. I want this to be what you want it to be. So um, that's why we're here, hanging out, having some fun, and doing some crafting. All good. Okay, I am just going to see if I can get it up on here. Oh, that's last night's. Did you notice I was a little bit more on time tonight? Thinking by the end of the week, when I get to the last one, it might be right on time. Oh my goodness. Okay, here I am. Oh, why do I not have a? Okay, there we go. I think I'm good. So say hello. Let me know that you're here. The mini catalog is live. Sale-a-Bration is live. It's an exciting time. This is the biggest sale promotion that Stampin' Up! Runs. It lasts for 2 months. So uh, Sale-a-Bration, it's a really big deal. There's awesome free stuff for everybody, no matter what your interest level. You can shop and earn free things. You can get together with friends and do some crafting and have them buy some things and get more free things. You can join, and not only do you get an awesome deal for joining, you get a discount when you purchase anything, but we also have a join promotion on right now. You can get it's a glass mat studio is what it is called, and it is an $82 value. So that's huge. Uh, 3 components to that. We talked about them last night. They are listed in the Sale-a-Bration brochure. But if that's not your thing, you can add $41 more to your starter kit. So, hello. That means you can select, okay, 165 plus 40, 141, 100, no, $206 worth of product. So you could get the big Stampin' Cut Boss machine as, a big chunk of your starter kit, but you'd still have room for some more things. So it's great. It's awesome. It's a wonderful time to join. And of course, we would love to have you be part of the Great Stampin' Believers team. There's always room for more people. And we just open our arms and wrap you in a big hug and hang out together, have fun, craft, all that good stuff. Hello, Lorna. Thanks for coming by tonight. Okay, let's head down here and see where we are going to start tonight. So I am going to go back to the Sale-a-Bration brochure and show you a few more things from this tonight. And then I was thinking in the later part of the week, we'll do more things from the mini catalog. I'll be honest, I've been so busy playing with Sale-a-Bration items. I haven't done as many things with products out of the mini catalog. And my main order from the mini catalog is coming on Thursday. So Friday, hopefully I'll have something new to me, new to you, that I can show you and share with you. Maybe we'll just we'll cut some dies to see what the heck I have in there, because it will be fairly new. Actually, I might even for Thursday night. So maybe we'll spend 2 nights doing that. We'll see. Okay, here we are. Designer series paper. This is the flight and area. I think I mentioned last night that there is a number of packages of designer series paper, and this is the next one, and this one is so adorable. I've seen a number of cards made with it already, and it's beautiful, and that's a terrible picture, isn't it? Give you a little better look there. I am going to pull it out and show you. Also on this page, we have some pool party crinkle ribbon, nice and soft and crinkly, easy to tie. A little bit wider, 5/8 of an inch. So it's a little more than half an inch. So it's a little bit wider, which means it's nice too if you just want to. See how they've just put it in as a strip because it's nice and wide. It actually looks like a border. There's something to look at. Yes. And then we have this Cradled in Love, which is a baby set there. So that is what is on that page. Let me pull out some of this designer series paper. So some of this went into my card club this month, and this is all I have left, this piece. But it's enough to show you. Look at those birds in the trees. And the back is pecan pie in a mosaic kind of pattern. Moving right along, we have, oh, apparently I've been cutting into this one as well, but there we go. We've got those birds, look, the flowers, and look at this, isn't that lovely? Lost Lagoon, just, you know, just some branches and greenery kinds of things. And then there's little birds in there as well. So very subtle, but I think it's really, really lovely. And it's Lost Lagoon. What a lovely color. I'm so glad they brought that one back. Here we have some birds getting a little bit larger in the branch. And on the back, we're just into that sort of watercolor kind of look. This is boho blue. So, of course, I love it because, you know, I love the blues. And then we have, there's a number of pages that are sort of a variation on a theme of the birds, in the branches and different color flowers and things. So, are you ready for this? Look at this. Oh, be still, my heart. Look at that. The colors probably are not ideal on camera, but I have to tell you, boho blue in here. And then this is Calypso Coral, Garden Green. And I just love little flowers, little flower patterns. I have since I was a young girl, actually. Has just always kind of been my thing. So here is some more birds. We've got sort of clusters of birds here, a little bit more going on. And then this is fresh freesia on the back. Not quite the same as the blue pattern, a little bit more, almost looks like it's like sponged or something. If you look at this one, this is more the lines like the alcohol technique, whereas this is got a little different texture in it, but both lovely. Be great for backgrounds. And then we have the big birdies, not in the trees or the branches or anything, but lots of big birds. And you can, of course, cut these out, punch these out. You don't have to fussy cut them. You can just cut around any way you like. And if you don't want to do that, get ready. Here's the next one. Where are the flowers? This is bubble bath on the back, and some more Calypso Coral, some boho blue, and garden green. Same pattern as the blue one, just actually a tiny bit larger and some different colors, but they're both beautiful. So there you have it. That's what's in this pack of designer series paper, and you can have that free with any $60 purchase. So I thought I would share a really quick card using some of this paper. And where did the piece of leaves go? Right. Which one did it go? I don't even remember. And I don't suppose it really matters, but I think this is the one that I was going to use. So we have these birds, and I'm using again the heartfelt hexagon punch. Okay. Let's just see what we can do. Oh, I need just a little bit. I need a little. Oh, be so just a little bit more. He's going to be just a little bit. Actually, I think it'll work. A little bit higher than I would like, but I think I'm going to go for it. You could cut into your paper, but I think this will work. We'll hide it with our placement of where we put things. So there is one, and then I need something for the back, or something. I'm going to do three of these punches, and one is going to have my sentiment on it. About this. I should almost have both of them. What else do we have here? That. That part. It's going to be too busy, do we think? I'm going to punch it out, and we'll see. We'll play it by ear. So I'm going to punch one of these. Then, oh, okay. So I brought paper to stamp on. I did not bring any stamps. Okay. I have last night's happy birthday. Maybe we will do happy birthday. Where might we go? Right here. Okay. So I was going to use Flirty Flamingo ink because I have a piece of Flirty Flamingo cardstock to make a frame for this. Ooh. Ooh. That I didn't want to open. Okay, so let's see if I can get this on the first go. I'll put this right in the middle. Now I don't need it quite in the middle. This is a large piece of cardstock. Oh, gosh, not a good night on the shadows already. Oh, I wiped them off of one spot and then I put them in a different spot. Okay, moving down to the other end. I should have checked it before I stamped, shouldn't I? I sure should. Good grief. I am batting 1,000 in the wrong direction tonight. Okay, so I'm going to ink this up, and then I am going to grab my paper and wipe these edges so I have a greater chance of success with this one. There we go. Gosh. That was not a good start to the stamping, was it? Oh well, some nights are like that, aren't they? Okay, just gonna clean that off. We'll be using it again for something. And we will close this up. And this sentiment actually, I didn't even check to see that it fits in the punch, but I suspect. But it will give me an opportunity to show you something that I mentioned very briefly last night. So I'm going to put it about here. So it's towards the top, as you can see. Punch it out. And then I am going to get a little handle to put on it. Not sure where I want it. Sometimes you have to move your handle around a little bit till you figure out where you want it so you can see the bits and pieces that you want to be able to see. And then I'm going to put it in my punch again, and I'm going to go down here, right, to center how much I have, center my sentiment, get straight. Okay, so we chop that off of the punch, and now we have this. Okay, and then I'm going to come in this and punch full size. Okay, then we have that one there, and we have a frame, which is not entirely unlike what we did last night. But this one, rather than cutting the back one, we've made the top one smaller. And since this sentiment is kind of narrow, we didn't need the whole punch anyway. So okay, and then this is Fresh Frisia, standard card base, 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. Okay, and this is 5 by 3 3/4. So can you see it's the wide border again, like we were doing last night. And I'm going to pop this up on dimensionals. Ready, but I have embossed this with the, I think it's called Merry Melody. It's in the annual catalog. Okay, so and then we are just going to place these guys onto our card in kind of a little bit of a random pattern. You know, you can put them anywhere you want. It's, I guess, what my recipe is here. I don't want to cover up my birdies. There. I think that will work. Now, because this is embossed, I'm going to use my liquid glue. You can use your tape runner. You just want to be quite generous with it if you are doing that, because you want to make sure you have enough to get in the grooves and everything, since it's your tape runner would hit the high spots, but not the low spots. So just want to make sure that and I don't know whether you could tell or not, I didn't really push that down. I just sort of let it fall down into place because I want to figure out exactly where I want it. And I think so. I'm going to put dimensionals on this. Just take a peek here. See a bit. No. Go the same, go the same. Okay. And give this a push so that it can stick down. Hello, Claire. Welcome. Yes, don't you just, I mean, these birds are super cute and the colors are so soft and pretty. I love this one. It's one of my faves. I love the two pieces with the little flowers the best, I think. I like the birds. The birds are really cute, but these little flowers just, they call to me. I'll be honest, they call to me. And this, it sort of makes me think of Little House on the Prairie and Laura Ingalls Wilder. I might be dating myself here, but okay, so I'm old. You know, having a dress with little flower pattern material like that was just, you know, I died and gone to heaven. My mom used to make all of my clothes, and so I had some beautiful things. I didn't appreciate them as much as I should have, but I did come to, and she made beautiful things. And I had all the latest fashions. whatever the trends were, she made sure that I had it. So it was all pretty special. Okay, there we go. So there's that. And then, as I said, because I've got tone on tone, often when I do my layer the same color as my card base, I will pop it up on dimensionals just to kind of, show it off and make sure people can see it. So lots of dimensions. It will be well popped. Claire, I did finally reply to your email, so hopefully I have answered all of your questions for now. But if you have any more questions about the girls' getaway weekend or anything else, by all means, just reach out. So this time of year, I often have 2 retreats in the works, as is the case again this year. We've got our online global retreat in February, and that is all virtual and all online with 3 other demonstrators, one from the US, one from Australia, and one from the UK, along with myself. And that's 2 days of crafting and fun and lots and lots of demonstrations and things. And then in March, I have the in-person retreat. So, okay. Yes, hopefully you got it. I sent it a couple hours ago, I guess, probably. So these are the rainbow adhesive back dots. And I know, Lorna, the online retreat is always a ton of fun. And it's what I love about it is so many people post pictures of what they have created. So there's so much sharing that goes on. Because it's online, everybody is using things from their own stash. So not everybody has all the same stamps. So we see all different things going on. Okay, I need your 2 cents worth here, ladies. So these are fresh free gel, which is this color. So they would match certainly, and I could put them on here. Actually, maybe I should put them on here. And this is Flirty Flamingo, which is this, but they would show up better down there. I'm thinking I'm thinking maybe just some of these on here. What do we think? Sound like a good idea? Shall we give it a go? We'll put them on and see what we think. Hopefully we like it. Okay. Hair and one. Where should I put this other one? Right about there. Nope. Right about there. Right about fresh freezer. Okay, good. Thank you, Lorna. That's what we've got. And I think that works. I think that was the better way to go than the Flirty Flamingo. Looks good. Well, thank you, Lorna. I'm glad you liked that. Oh. Okay, card number 1, done. Oh, look at the love. Thanks so much for that. Okay, I'm just going to stick these back in here. So, yeah, easier to do that. Okay, moving on. Oops, we're a little bit far away. Okay, so for this next card, we're gonna work outside the box a little bit, and hopefully it will work. So, going back into our stash in a moment, but starting with a thick, basic white card base, standard sizing 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. Okay, there we go. And I'm going to use the Flight and Airy paper again. This time, here's a couple of birds from that last page that we looked at, where it's just the large birds. They're not branches or anything. Look up, but I want some birds. And then I have a smaller bird on a branch, but clearly same styling of bird. And I have a piece of blueberry bushel, and this has been embossed with the, we didn't look at this yet, did we? We didn't get this far. So this is also part of a Sale-a-Bration item. This is $120 item. So this is a double item. You get the softly sophisticated stamp set that we're going to play with in a minute, and you get the softly sophisticated embossing folder. And I am already in love with this. They don't generally carry these over into the catalogs. I would love them to, but I don't know. I haven't heard. But it's subtle and it's dots, and it just adds some nice texture. And this is also, this is the back. So this is where it's not depressed. It's going down anyway, and this is coming up. So yes, and this is standard layer size, and 5 1/4 by 4, because I thought I was going to need all of the space for my birds. And here's where we go a little bit off. So this stamp says "A Baby's Blessing," and it's from the Charming Sentiments stamp set. This is in the annual catalog. It has dies that cut all these shapes out. I did not get the dies. They just look like a lot of work to match everything up. But you can fussy cut these and get the same effect as the dies, or you can just put them onto some other shape. But I love the sentiments. Oh my goodness, there are so many wonderful sentiments in here. And so I had to have the set. So babies are a blessing. Let's use that one. I'm going to stamp with Blueberry Bushel. And this piece of cardstock and this one are both from the Stylish Shapes, from the squares in there. Going to stamp this on the diagonal just for fun, just because I can. There we go. Look at that. That was much better. One shot, which was good because, oh, I think I do maybe have some more of those squares here, but anyway, didn't need them. They can be used for something else. Okay, I will set that aside. I am going to adhere this. Now, when you have squares like this, you have options. So we could put this on like this, and it would just be a frame. Or we can put it on like this. And that's kind of fun, right? I like this, like this, perhaps. I'm hoping, I'm hoping I can fit it all on the card. I think I probably can. I think I'm going to mount it this way. Just, and then, okay. The other thing, I'm hesitating because it's like, oh, okay, so should I put the sentiment on dimensionals and then put the yellow right on the card flat, or should I put the white on flat and put the yellow on dimensionals? Or so many choices. Okay, I thought this would be easier doing it this way because I could line it all up, but whoop, should have left it. Just a smidge. Smidge, that's my measuring system. I'm sure you've heard it before. There we go. Okay, and then what I wanted to do is have mom and dad up here, and baby kind of here, and then I'll put the sentiment down. What do we think? Is that going to work? I think that might work, eh? Hopefully. That look kind of sort of like it could be a baby card. Hi, Donna, welcome. Okay, we're gonna put it together and see how it goes. Kind of like, there's that cute set in the Sale-a-Bration catalog that we looked at that you could use for baby cards. But I kind of like thinking of other things that could be for babies. So I'm gonna give this a try. Use the Grassy Grove set, the mother deer, and well, what I perceive to be the mother deer and the baby deer. I've used that for baby cards, just because it's kind of different, kind of fun. Oh, hopefully they're all in a good place. Just make sure. Okay, this I will put on dimensionals. Too big for two, don't necessarily need four, but we'll be okay. Better to over dimensional than under dimensional, right? This one here, there. Okay, and then do you want this whole thing popped up? I don't think so. I think I want it flat. I had started these with I had punched out a bunch of borders, but it was too much and it was too big and it was distracting. So this is the 2-inch circle punch in case you are wondering what size that is. Oh, thanks, Donna. I'm glad you like it. If you are looking for the 2-inch circle punch or the 1 3/4-inch punch, or I think the 2 3/8 punch as well. I think they are all online exclusive products, so you will only find them online, but they are staples in your craft studio. Circle punches are so quick and easy. And there's lots of great dies, and we use them sometimes, but punches, so we love punches. I've got some adhesive on. Yep. Alrighty, and let's see, what do we want for boiling on this? See what we can find in our little box of goodies here. Oh, they're cute. Oh, just do maybe. This is adhesive back hearts and flowers. Go figure, right? Look at that, hearts and flowers. And there's 4 colors: sweet sorbet, petal pink. This is daffodil delight and white flowers. And I say gold party. Not actually looking at it in the catalog, but I think that's what it is. Okay, so I think maybe just one of the larger parts, right about here. Okay, can you tell? Should it be off on its own, just adorning the card, or should it be up with my bird fan? Any thoughts? Sorry, kind of turn this way and sort of see. Kind of see that. Oops, get it into the camera. Just up here or up in with my birds. Okay, I'm just going to leave that sitting there for a minute. I'll put these back in here and we'll get ready to move on. Let me know if you have any thoughts where you think I should stick that down. Okay. Anyone? And with the birds. Okay. Thanks, Lorna. It's going to go with the birds right about there. Whoop. There we go. Yeah, I think that was a good choice. Okay, good. There we go. Another card. Alrighty, moving on. So now we are at the softly sophisticated stamp set and embossing folder. So we've seen the embossing folder. I do have another piece that we could use on this card. This is two-step stamping. So you've got a couple of leaf branches and you've got a couple of flower stamps. And then three, whoops, oh gosh, sorry. 3 sentiments. Hello there, you're in my thoughts. I really appreciate you. So some really nice sentiments here. And okay, so first thing I like to do when I've got two-step stamping is just kind of play with it a little bit because you know, sometimes it's hard to tell exactly what goes where, right? How do these fit together? How do they look together? I mean, you could use just this. There's a little bit of a thing here. Not sure that would, you might need to cover that, kind of, if you want to cut them out or whatever. But bottom line, I just like to play initially. So I've just brought in a strip of paper. I'm just going to move this out of the way a little bit so I don't end up stamping on that. And okay, and here, and I'm going to just stamp this. And there's the other one. That. Might not have enough room at the top. I think there's flowers that go on the top of that. So I'm just going to set that's Parakeet Party, by the way, Parakeet Party ink. And this is Fresh Freesia. Not for any particular reason, just what was on my desk when I first decided to play with this. So there you go. Isn't that a good enough reason? So this little piece that we looked at goes in this part of it. You see, there's a, okay, test your plant knowledge. What is this part of a flower called? The green at the bottom of the flower that sort of holds it all together. Donna, you have beautiful gardens. Do you know what this is called? I don't know what it's called, but anyway, at the bottom of the flower. So that's what I'm going to look to line up to kind of get started. Okay, and usually these stamps are fairly forgiving, but then I also want this large flower in this space here. So just going to plunk it right about there, and we'll see what we get. Oh, Lorna, your garden knowledge is like my garden knowledge. It's pretty. It looks good. Yeah, okay, there we go. So there we go. Now this one is kind of floating, and I'm not certain. think I went back and looked in the catalog, and it does just kind of float. So it's just, I think when you look at a whole card, it will be fine. But if you look here, no, it's not attached. Oh, look here. Extreme close up. Yeah, so it's just kind of floating there as well. So it's all good. It's all fine. Okay, so there is that one. And then the other one. So now we have with more flowers and we have more spaces. So you just kind of look at where you have gaps and things and see. So this would just, these flowers all kind of sit on the end of stems. Okay, so here's my pokey tool. So the end of this stem and this stem and this stem and this stem and this stem. So you just kind of aim for that, I guess. And when you have ink on here, it is a little bit easier to see, I think. So I think that will hopefully all come together in a moment. So just get this into this box. And if it doesn't work, we'll stamp our branches again and start over. Hello, Joanne. Welcome. Thanks for stopping in. Okay, so that one's not terrific. It's a little bit off, I would say. But that's okay. We'll just, everything's still dirty. Oh, hi, Audrey. Audrey is Joanne's granddaughter, and she is becoming quite the little card maker. I've seen some of her work, and she makes really nice cards. Glad you're both here. So, try this again. So I think I want it up a little higher, tilted a little bit more. So you just have to kind of pick out a couple things and see if you can line them up where you want. We'll give this a try. Oh, that one's better. We have flowers coming off the end of our stems. Always a good thing. Okay, so are we ready to give it a real try? I can cut these out and turn them into pieces on a card, and I may do that. But what I was thinking I wanted to do, I have this sitting on here. I haven't even got it on a block, so I really should put it on a block. So hold that up there. This is the "You're in My Thoughts" sentiment, and I just wanted to make sure that it would fit on the bottom and still have room for flowers on the top. Hi, Suzette. Welcome. So I think we're going to go for it. I think we have room. We'll put this on, and if we don't have room, we'll go to plan B. I should wipe this off of here because my track record on extra ink is not good tonight. So I might have done that a little more. I could have actually put it down lower. But we'll see. We'll see how it works out here. I'm just going to clean this off because I don't know that again. And I think we'll do this one, this first one. So back to my turkey party here. And yeah, I think it should work. No. And where are the flowers? Here's the flowers for this. I think I'm done with parakeet party. I am going to close it before I do something unfortunate with that. Now I just need to remember how to place this. There we go. This goes in this little thing that we don't know the name of. Oh, Joanne, you're a gardener too. Maybe you know. The bottom part of your flower, does that have a name? Is that just the stem? Is that just the holder bit? It's the part that holds the petals on. Anyway, not that we need to know its name. We were just kind of wondering. Okay, there we go. Now, if you if this doesn't quite meet, you can let it go. It's okay. But you know, sometimes that stuff drives me a little bit wacko. So, two quick options for fixing it. You can get out your Stampin' Right markers, which is the easiest way. And make sure you've got Parakeet Party, that I do. Yes, Parakeet Party. And you can just kind of add it. There we go. Done. And now it doesn't catch your eye. You don't notice it so much. The other thing you can use if you don't have the Stampin' Right markers, if you have Stampin' Blends, and I always suggest, or sorry, Blender pen. I always suggest to everybody that you're not sure either. Okay, doesn't matter. None of us really know. Doesn't matter. It's just part of the flower, and it's all good. Um, but I digress. Yes. Okay. Blender pens. They come in a package of 3, and I suggest to everybody that you have a pack of 3 in your craft stash, because if you have 3 of these, you actually have 6 ends. Okay, and then you can do lines in any color that you own ink for, right? Because you can use them for anything. And uh, after you're done, so if you're going to do a lot, I always suggest to people that you put some on a block. I happen to have some on my lid here, which is perfect. So, blender pen into the ink, that will pick up the color, and then you can just, actually, it's totally good cardstock there. So we'll just go over here. You can just color, look at that. And then when you're finished, just continue to color. I kind of roll the tip until it's clear, and then you know it's clean. And over time, it does get stained, which is why I've labeled this to be for my greens. But the staining doesn't impact the color. You could use it on blues or pinks or anything, and it would just pick up that color. So it's kind of like how the photopolymer stamps get stained pink or red when you use red ink all the time. Doesn't mean you can't stamp the stamp in blue and all the other colors. It just means that it is stained. Same thing here. But a pack of 6 blender pens will give you, or sorry, a pack of 3 blender pens will give you 6 ends, and then you have enough for really all your color films. And you can fix up any of those little things. Or anywhere else. If you're stamping with a solid stamp and it doesn't come out exactly as nice as you want it, you can fill in with a blender pen. And the beauty of a blender pen is that it somewhat dilutes the ink, because on the Stampin' Right markers, their ink is very intense, so they can be darker than your ink pad was. Okay, I am after some twiny, thready something or other-ish, I think. Okay, Parakeet Party, standard card base, yet again. Okay. And I have done a Parakeet Party layer that I embossed. Okay, and then we have this, and I'm just going to pop this up and But I think I'm going to put some white, maybe some white. Where's my linen thread? It's not in this bin. Is it in this bin? My ribbons are a little bit all over the place. I had my linen thread out for something that I was doing recently. I do recall that. Clearly, I have not put it away. But that's okay. We will use baker's twine here. So we have some white baker's twine. Now I could wrap it around here. A piece. Enough. A little more. Okay. That. Take one more. Perhaps 3. Now, hit me in a weak moment. Can she tie a bow on camera while holding things? And I'm not even positive I want to go here because I'm thinking it may come down through my sentiment too much. But it's narrow, so I'm giving it a try, and we'll see. It should have a longer end though, shouldn't it? Yes, it definitely should have a longer end. I think that I think we can make that work because it's still very fine, but it needs to be longer. So, oops, there we go. I'm gonna unwind it, maybe. This way, this way, this way, this way. Okay, I'm just gonna cut this because it's kind of getting in my way. And then we'll just we'll try this. We'll go once this way and once this way. And we'll meet in the middle. And I probably have more than I need now, but better too much than too little. When you have to tie a bow on camera. Tying bows in my hand is a lot easier than tying. Oh, are you gonna sit nice? Can we do this? Can we get these kind of evenly spaced? This needs a little bit of a trim, but and maybe a glue dot under there. Okay. You have to run, but you'll catch me next time. All right. Thanks for stopping by, Suzette. Have a great evening or rest of your evening. Out east, it's a little bit later for her than for us here in Ontario. Could have put this off to the side as well, but I sort of wanted it under the skin. There, I think that's okay. And then I am going to put dimensionals on the back, and I am going to use my dimensionals, at least one of them, to kind of hold this in place. Since I kind of need one in the middle on something this long anyway, just to make sure it stays popped up nicely. Okay, and I'm going to put this just kind of right in the middle on here. Oh dear. I don't understand. When you put your phone on Do Not Disturb, why it does things like that. Okay, and then I'm going to just trim this a little bit. There we go. And then I think we'll pop this whole thing up as well. Okay. You in the middle here, keep it popped. So I was out at Blue Mountain again today doing some training, and there was real snow, there was natural snow on the first time this season that we've had snow on the hill. But sadly it's raining now, so I don't know if it is going to survive. But it was actually kind of nice today. Still a long ways to go on building up a nice base and things, but progress is being made, so that's nice. Okay, we'll go. We'll sort of like this going to be up a little bit more. There you go. You are in my thoughts now. You know, it could be a complete card, and I've kind of stolen some ideas. So this one has some twine underneath. They've punched this out, whereas I've done more of this, and I didn't use the blender brush on it. So I've kind of combined these two samples to make my own, and that was a little bit of a quinky thing. I sort of noticed after I was planning what I was going to do that something very similar was right there in the catalog. So, don't know what this is from, but I have two rogue pieces of white baker's twine. So I'm thinking what I want to add to this, thanks Joanne, is just some clear lines. You know, sometimes we forget about just our clear rhinestones, and they are beautiful. They're beautiful and they go anywhere, right? Because they're clear, but they sparkle and they're lovely. So I'm going to put some on this card. There we go. What do you think? Hello, Monique. Welcome. Okay, so that is the softly sophisticated set. So let me clear some of these things out of the way. Bring these guys back in. What do we think? Is it a baby card? Baby card? Not a baby card. If you tell me it's a baby card, I'm going to send it. So, oh, thanks, Lorna. Okay, there we go. That's what we have. That's what we did this evening. Aw, thanks, Minnie. Yes, it's a baby card. Okay. Thanks, Lorna. Because I have a new mom that I need to send a baby card to. So this is going to be the one. There we go. I'm back. So that's what I have for you tonight. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. As a reminder, I will not be live tomorrow night. My church council meeting is tomorrow night, so I have to have a gap in the crafting. I have to do, I'd say real work. It's for my church. It's different. I'm the secretary, so I have to take minutes. I have to do typing, not paper crafting. But I will be back on Thursday. Thursday at 7, I will be right back here. And Friday at 7, I will also be here. And hopefully, I will have some new things to play with. Then, as I say, my order is scheduled to arrive on Thursday. So we'll unbox it Thursday night and see what we have, because Thursday will be a busy day. But there's Thursday night playtime. Alrighty, thank you so much for hanging out with me. I love having you along on my crafting adventure, and I hope to craft with you all again really soon. Take care, everyone. Good night.